So this is about my PSP handhelds. I have two, and both of them have seen better days. Um, I have problems with the analog nub on both of them. It just not only are they not responding well, but they're constantly pushing in one direction or the other that they shouldn't be, and as you can imagine, that's causing a lot of problems with games. I'm going to give you a closer look. Okay, looking at it just like that, I guess probably doesn't look too bad to you. This is the one I actually use the most. I would take it out with me and stuff because, well, here's the thing: it doesn't have it doesn't have the UMD door on the back. I'm not interested in fixing or replacing that. It doesn't matter. I don't use UMDs. Both systems are modded. They have modded firmware, so I run all games and emulators and video, everything off the memory stick, so UMD is not needed. And actually I would carry this around, especially when I was doing my security work overnight in City Park, because it would look less attractive to let's say people out there with bad intentions. It would look just like a broken piece of hardware. So I actually preferred to carry this one around with me because it was perfectly usable. But again, they've both seen much better days. Let's take a closer look and I'll show you the real problems. I'm going to go into macro mode here. Okay, so because I'm in the sunlight, you can really get an idea. First of all, yeah, here's the screen. Now, well, some of them are on top, but the majority of these dust particles and things that you see are actually in between the case cover and the actual internal screen itself, because I've had this apart before, and it seems ever since then I guess broken the seal between the case and the screen, and it seems to just pick up dust inside of there constantly. The other thing, if you want to look, if you'll notice, all the buttons like volume, home, start, pause, whatever, they're all the words are worn off of them. Again, not something that really affected functionality. As long as you know what the buttons were, it didn't really matter. Yeah, and of course, as I've shown you on the back, the door is ripped right off, so that's fine. I don't care about that. So yeah, going back to it, we have worn out buttons that you can't read, non-functional, well, I should say it's not that it's non-functional, it just doesn't work right, analog nub, yeah, all kinds of problems there. So that's one. Then this would probably be considered my good one. Although same problems with the analog nub. It always seems to be pointing in one direction it shouldn't be. I don't know why that is. But other than that, as you can see, you can clearly read the buttons on this one. That's not so bad. See, home, volume up, down, music, select, start. So that's not too bad. The dust isn't quite as bad. Well, that's some outside dust there, but it's not quite as bad overall. So, and of course it has a nice silver case, which I put on there a while back, and it actually has a UMD door. I don't think there's anything in there. No, there's no UMD in there. And that's it. So this would, be my nicer one, but it's still got a problem with the analog nub. So, oh, and they both have the exact same, whoops, that won't help. They both have the exact same custom firmware on there. It's an older one. I haven't messed around with them in probably like a year or so. So it's not the latest fancy custom firmware. It's back when they were still being done by oh, I can't even think of his name now. He was very popular doing the firmware hacks for a while there, but seems to have gotten out of that business. Anyway, so there it is, the two PSPs with non-working analog nubs. I just haven't had the time to get around to do much with them. I've been using other portable devices. I just haven't really been into the PSP. But I did recently download one game ISO for it because when I did the video about which game should be remade, someone had mentioned that EA had made a remade Road Rash for the PSP, which from what I can tell, it's not really remade, it's just a port of their 3 original games. Unless I'm missing something in the options, I don't know. But I did download it and I stuck it on there, and I was really having a lot of fun playing Road Rash on the PSP, I gotta say. It's an EA compilation package, and it's a lot of fun. So I do want to get them back in better working conditions. And a while ago, quite some time ago now, I had gotten all these accessories that I had showed you from DealExtreme. All kinds of things from, you know, these pop-on, supposedly better joysticks and analog nub buttons, to, of course, actual replacements for the analog nub, which, as long as they work and properly, that's going to solve my problem with the directions not going proper. So there, I have like several of those analog nub replacements because they were so cheap, and I'm just hoping that they work. And then, of course, I think I'm going to replace that black case that's all worn out, probably with this nice green case. And I'll probably put the silver case on this one that currently has the black cover, because I want the nicest one to have this green cover on it. So the one that still has the UMD door is the one that's going to get this nice green cover, because green is my favorite color. So there, something you may or may not have known, and you may or may not give a crap about. Then I've even got these matching green directional for the directional pad, all the 4 of the buttons, and all the buttons along the bottom of matching green right there. So it's going to be this emerald green shiny PSP. That's going to be my good one. I haven't had a replacement UMD door. I had a couple of those because sometimes they tend to break. So yeah, with any luck, I'll end up replacing the analog nubs on both, and the cover on one, and you know, hopefully get this all working properly. If I do, I'll be quite happy, actually. So I'll have 2 working PSPs that look good, save for one missing UMD door, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so if I actually can find the time and get around to this, I will actually video what I'm doing. That may be a while, though. I'm going away for about a week, and we'll see. But I really should give these poor PSPs some TLC and see what happens. Alright, Rob Maximum RD out.